Well, hello. I am sitting here making some jewelry. Not making some jewelry, but fix, doing something with some jewelry. And I decided to talk about esoteric things, things that are more spiritual, things that are untraditional as far as the traditional Abrahamic religions go. And my children don't want to play with me anymore, so I said I'd play with myself. Well, that didn't sound right. Matter of fact, I didn't even want to put my dress down the way that sounds. Anyhow, got up, said, okay, I set the camera, got everything all ready to get all esoteric and deep and explain some of this stuff and how it's relevant on a quantum physics level, and it's not necessarily the devil and doing all of this, and realized that something else I need to address. I realized something else about me. So I said, let me go ahead and address that instead. So maybe next time I'll get into the esotericism of life and the quantum physics of it and the energies of our body. That would be a different conversation. Another, that one will probably be an hour or so. I don't know. But I went to the bathroom thinking about this vlog, and the fact that I don't have comments on it. So that's the topic for today, and what I realized I still am having some challenges with. So I said that I was putting this out here for me. And I really didn't want to be bothered with other people's comments about me. You know, actually, my main concern wasn't necessarily about what they think about me, because in my head, the way I roll, the only person I gotta approve is God. And if you ain't God, I ain't got to worry about trying to approve my life to you. But the thing that I did not want to be bothered with, so to speak, is somebody saying something about my curtains. Because I would do that. I check out the background whenever I'm watching something. I'm looking at everything that's going on, or saying something about, ooh, look at that, or look at how she got her hair. I can't believe she's smoking. What kind of spiritual person or healing person or guru or whatever smokes, and all that shit. So I didn't want to hear that. Then I thought, well, now, isn't that fear? Or is it fear? So what if somebody says something about your curtains? It's like, well, I didn't want that to detract from what I'm having to say, and I didn't want people arguing with each other over whether or not they appreciate the fact that I smoke, or over my content or what I'm saying. I didn't want to have other people having dialogue about that, and basically, I guess, bringing another form of negativity. So I'm going to allow comments, because what came to me was fear, or if I'm already setting myself up for people to talk about my curtains or the fact that I smoke and all that, then I am sending these messages out with that already attached to it. So that's what I'm gonna get. So while I'm saying I'm sending them out in case they help people, the fear, because see, fear is a very powerful, fear is a lot more powerful than desire. Fear, fear resonates at an energy that is super powerful. We all know the stories about somebody moving a car because the adrenaline and the fear and all that stuff became so strong in them that they were able to move the car. What we don't realize is that that same fear has the same energy and intensity of it just in everyday life and in crazy little beliefs. So when we have all of these miscellaneous beliefs that really don't serve us for where we're trying to go, and we put something like a video, a couch vlog in the world, if it has some form of fear attached to it, that fear just may override the desire of what I want. So then I have to squash that. Because I ain't no punk. And I'd be damned if I let some little miscellaneous fear stop me. So why not have people do comments? Somebody say something stupid, say something stupid. However, I'm putting out that somebody stupid is somebody else's cry for help, I guess. And so if we're operating in a love place and I'm doing this for love, then why not? I have very little patience for bullshit too. So that's something that I'm growing into and developing. Because, like I just said, what I consider bullshit may be somebody's cry for attention or for help. So I get to check me. I get to check me on how much fear, how many decisions I make based on fear, not really fully understanding it. I had that them reasons I have for not putting up a blog were very good reasons. Very good reasons. And I mean, not putting up comments, but that wasn't the core. The core was the fact that I was scared somebody would interfere with the purpose of my shit. Oh, excuse me. The purpose of this, and take away from it. But for me, my belief and me now allowing comments is my proof of overcoming that conversation, because it really is more of my belief that for those that this will help no matter what anybody says. And that's my intention. That's my intention in being vulnerable. That's my intention in being transparent. That's my intention in sharing this with the world. I hope that you learn from this. I hope that these struggles and this shit that I go through in life and talking it out with you, or just talking it out and you seeing how I talk it out, helps you as you're going through what you're going through. I know I'm not the only one going through a lot of this shit. I know it. That I know. So as I overcome it, I would like to help others do it too, and see how I do it. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it won't. Maybe you get a good laugh. And even a good laugh is sometimes needed, you know? So, okay, so this is a ring that a friend of mine made. She just made me some lovely jewelry. And it's too big. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing is trying to They do it like this to get a focus. Oh, I can't focus. Okay, how about that for focus? Okay, anyway, what I'm doing is wrapping this wire around it so it'll fit. It's copper. I got copper wire. I do jewelry, but I can't say I'm on this level at all. This woman is absolutely awesome. Matter of fact, she made this tree of life for me. And, you know, this is crazy because I wear glasses. I can't even see how I look in the camera. Let me see. Oh, yeah. That is awesome. And this is a tensor that is for healing. And this is a tensor, well, let me see. This around here is tensor 2. That's the stuff I was going to talk about today. Tensors, quantum physics stuff, the way nature and everything affects us. But I felt like it was more true to me to share what I'm going through over this, leaving comments. Come on, how trivial is that? But it showed up in my life as something that was a little bitty pocket of fear. And for me to live a life where I am fearless, then I cannot have any iota of fear. It has to be addressed, knocked out, dealt with at that point. Because I ain't no punk. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. No. So forget all that conversation about people leaving tripping comments about my curtains, about my wearing and what I'm having to say, and those people who do not have enough whatever to hear me and to hear the message. So fear be gone, extra conversations be gone. I like the fact that, oh man, I liked how I did it though. You know, you have to, well, you don't have to, but I admire the conversation I came up with for not doing it. It was very valid. It made a lot of sense. And, you know, you really couldn't argue with it, could you? Until you get to the root. Or as they say in some places, the root. The root of the problem. That is my passion. Getting to the root. Because the root is where everything grows from. The root of the problem. That's where desires grow from. That's where fears grow from. That's where passions, that's where everything grows from, the root. I guess most of my conversation and most of these about was at my roots. What's at my roots. So that's it for today. I'm going to have comments put in, and let's see if I got this going. No, it's still comes off too much. But how's it look? Okay, I was trying to figure out if it should be up or down. Okay, that's which way? No, I wanted it on this finger. Okay, so it's a little good on this finger. I think I might have to do it a little bit more. Dang it, turn it the whole other way now that dang nabbit. Shit. Man. Let me get off this phone. I mean I am on the phone, aren't I? What is this? Turn this off. Guys, be mindful and start paying attention to self. Start paying attention to the conversations. Okay, so we come up with the reasons why we do something. And then we also come up with the reasons why we don't do something. So I want you to be mindful of both. Oh, by the way, I love drinking out of jars. Jars are cheap. This is a coconut oil jar. Buy coconut oil from Aldi's. This is a good oil too for $4.50. At least out here it's about $4.50. And I use so much coconut oil, but I don't like plastic. I'm only drinking out of plastic. Anyway, I'm sorry. I digressed. Somebody tell me where I was. Oh yeah. As we're going through life, trying to make decisions on what we're going to eat. Um, Say we're going to go out to eat instead of cook. What is, I'm telling you, I'm laughing at my own self thinking this. But what's the motivation behind it? What's at the root of it? That's living a life where you're consciously present. Body, mind, and soul, spirit. What's at the root of your decision to go out to eat when you know that you have a budget, or you have a goal, you have something you want to do with your money, when you know that most things that you eat out aren't as healthy as what you eat in, when you know that taking a lunch saves you, could save you $100 a week, you know? So what's the conversation behind it? What's the conversation behind surprising somebody with, I don't know, $50? What's the conversation behind that? What's at the root? What do you get out of it? What do you gain? What is at the root of it? So that is intense, and that could get on your nerves. However, I think that could keep you also from making a lot of mistakes, and it could also improve the quality of your life. This is the first time. This is the only time you get to be in this body, live this lifetime. It's not a dress rehearsal. Tomorrow's gone. You only have this moment right now, today. So it may be worth it just figuring out that. I mean, it was worth it to me to just figure out how serious and how deep those little thoughts go. And the fact that just having a simple thought of leaving comments on a blog was based in a fear. And then on top of it, it wasn't even justified. Most fears are not justified. Sorry. At the time the fear was created, it was justified because something in you needed to create that to be safe. And so that part you think. I am thankful for having whatever fear, whenever it came about, having somebody talk about me and having it, okay, so here's me addressing myself. Having when I'm trying to get across a certain point, having someone come at me about some way miscellaneous shit that don't have nothing to do with my point. And so that fear that came up, or irritation, or whatever you want to call it, they came up with leaving comments on this blog addresses that fear in me about my message not being heard, my message being twisted around and talked about. That's what the fear is. And so I take that personally because I'm doing this from love. So for someone to come and say, oh, look at her hair, how can she be smoking when she's doing this? And you notice I bring up smoking a lot, but yet I haven't stopped. So I guess I need to deal with my own conversation about smoking as well. That's another video. I like smoking. I don't want to stop, but I know that the world says it's so bad for you and horrible. It's like, fuck the world. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And right now, I want to light this up. So it has to do with me getting my message out, and why why I put that up. So evidently, I still have challenges um, with being comfortable at doing what I do as a healer. I am a healer. I know I don't. I know I don't need to tell people I'm a healer, but I am. So, and I've lived this way a long time, and I've gotten a lot of negative um, feedback or reactions when I have reached out to try to heal people, and so it's showing up in me just leaving a comment, me just letting people leave comments on my videos because of all the negativity that I received growing up in life, being different, trying to share different things with people. I didn't want to be bothered with any of that negativity. I was scared of it and didn't want to be bothered with it. Um, that was it. Because I did take it personal, and I do take it personal. Mm, because my heart is so full of passion, and my heart aches to see my people hurting because we don't know something or because we believe something different that's not necessarily true for us. But we want to hold on to it, and my heart hurts. It just really hurts to see us sick. We don't necessarily need to be sick. And when I would reach out to people and I'd get, I don't believe that. Yeah, okay. Go on, witch doctor. Go on, medicine man, you and your herbs. Get on out of here. Nobody try to hear that. Give me a pill. Yeah, Lonnie. Yeah, Lonnie. Yeah, I know, Lonnie. Take this herb for that. Blah, blah, blah. When I know they didn't have to heal. I mean, they didn't have to die or have to be sick. So, um, yeah, I guess I still had a conversation about doing that and putting myself out there. So this is my battle between who am I going to be when I come out here and do my passion? Am I still carrying around these fears? So I am grateful for me not talking about the esoteric stuff right now and actually going through this process because I didn't realize how deep it went. This is coming out as I'm talking. So, um, and where that fear came from. So now you got an opportunity for me to see that what the root of it was. The root of it is the negative feedback I would get as I was growing in this, and I would, it's kind of as I was growing and excited and telling people, "Oh, you can do this. Oh, I found this really great thing that'll help you." And being told, "I'm not into that shit. I don't believe that shit. You believe that shit." And so that would, oh man, that would put a knife in my heart. It would, it would put a knife in my heart that was just like, so I guess I'm feeling that right now. That's where that little pause came from because that was deep. This is very eye opening for me to know that I was still carrying around some of that conversation. I am fearless, and um, I'm putting out comments and letting the world say what they say and do what they do. And it's not going to stop my flow. And as a healer, this is who I am. I curse, I smoke, I do all these things. That takes away from nothing of my knowledge and my struggle because I'm still human too. And as I give it, I'm learning as well and growing also and making mistakes also and making fucked up decisions as well that shit I gotta pay for, and I'll pay for them because I'm a grown ass woman. I got too many ass whoopings to be less than a grown ass woman. So I've earned every one of them, and whatever mistakes I make, that'll be my mistakes too. But I realize too that I cannot be as effective in my life coaching and my herbal healing and any of these things that I'm doing if I'm not staying true to me and figuring out who me is not as pleasant as I would like it to be sometimes. Hopefully, one of these vlogs will be one where I'm a little bit more uplifting and not always feeling so darn emotionally vulnerable and showing all of this to the world. Oh my goodness. You know, but then that would mean I would be dead then, because I guess we're continually growing. And if you consider, what am I, 48 right now? So if you consider 48 years of little fucked up beliefs that that have been programmed in my DNA, it may take another 48 to get them all out. Hopefully it won't. Um, but then 48 is 96. I plan on living to 200, so I'll have another 100 years of being in perfect balance with myself, with nature, and the world. Peace, love, prosperity, and stay true to you. Yes, I want to stop. Why do you always ask this? Wait a minute, let me get my glasses. See what it's saying. Okay, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.